Welcome to Midnight Madness.
I look at Midnight Madness for the novice as the gateway drug to the festival experience.
Midnight Madness, Midnight Madness, Midnight Madness, yeah.
Midnight Madness. You're gonna get it, the Midnight Madness. You're gonna get it, the Midnight Madness. You're gonna get it, the Midnight Madness. You're gonna get it.
And now the Midnight Madness Show. Here's your host, the DJ Doctor.
Well, how you doing, y'all? This is Mark, the DJ Doctor. We're on Facebook Live, and the camera's pointing at us for a change. So you get to see what we really look like, so the Hillbilly Heartthrob can't lie to you anymore. But I am Mark, the DJ Doctor. Welcome to another Midnight Madness Show. I don't know if Jason's on camera or not, but we'll make sure that's fixed. But all the way over to my left and probably to your right of the camera is the one and the only Hillbilly Heartthrob. How you doing, Jason? Wonderful. You're feeling better? You were down, a little illness. Jason had the flu for a day or so. And
One day
and got over it. We are, our artist that was supposed to be here normally, Travis Humphrey, is out sick tonight with the flu, so we wish him the best of luck. Get feeling better, buddy. We know what it's like. It's going around a lot in this neck of the woods. So Jason got over it pretty quick. Maybe Travis can get over it soon. Sick tonight. The one to your right, to my double my left, the one and the only awesome Andy Storm. How you doing, Andy?
I'm doing great tonight.
Can you give us just a little bit of the weather? What's it like here in Middle Tennessee?
It's very cold.
Very, very cold. And it's cold in the studio, too.
And we have floor heaters right now.
Yeah, we got 4 heaters around here, and it's still not enough. It's cold. But, when you're on the 13th floor and we're up that high in the atmosphere, it gets chilly.
Yes, it does. The wind, it's really strong,
And to your right and to my left, we have the one and the only local guy, one of our own, a very own Manchester native now. We stole him from Bristol, Tennessee, so he's ours now. Mr. Charlie Allen. How you doing, Charlie?
I'm doing great, man.
It's nice to have you on board. Charlie and I got to see Charlie up this weekend up in Nashville, and so he's had tonight off, and so he thought he'd come by and pay us a visit. He's going to promote a few things, some cuts coming up here in a minute. But before we get to do that, let's go to Command Central with Brian, IT Guru. How you doing, Brian?
I'm doing good. Apparently, it is cold up there because, the video just keeps freezing every few seconds. So if anybody's, been watching, like, beating their computer to death, it's not on your end, it's on our end. It's just the computer's cold.
Is it lagging is what it's doing?
Yeah, like 1 minute y'all are there talking, the next it just stops. I don't know.
Yeah, we apologize for that.
If you're lucky, it just stops on me.
Yeah, boy, aren't we just lucky?
No, that would be terrible. I would pick my computer up and
bash
it.
Now, on the video, Brian, can you see all 4 of us, or do we need with the camera or move us?
I just see just you 3 right now.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah, and I was going to say that's totally fine.
We like it.
That's perfect. I like that.
Yeah. You're going to get that letter in the mail soon, Jason. Well, awesome. And again, we want to thank our friends at heatf4radio.com. Thank you, Chris, for putting us on the air. Tonight, again, since Travis is out sick, Travis, again, we wish you the best of luck. We're going to talk about smorgasbord of a lot of stuff, actually. So let's first of all, Brian, do you have the email that we got in regards, because I want to make sure we do the Bonnaroo right, because it's cold outside, but it is not going to be long before it's festival season. It's going to be probably extremely hot. Hopefully no rain. Yeah. We've had a lot of luck with the weather lately for the last few Bonnaroos. But we're going to be part of another contest. And we got a chance to be like we did the previous 2 years. We were able to give away a couple of wristbands and a parking pass. $600-700 package for free. You get a chance to win that. And Brian will talk to us more about the contest. But Andy, I'm going to let you read off here. We got as soon as Brian gets up the screen, because we want to make sure we say it exactly the way the Bonnaroo promotion works. But a lot of great bands are playing there this year, and we got a chance to meet quite a few of them over the summer months.
I actually have the list right here in front of me, in order. So looks like folks have an opportunity through WFMC Jams to win a pair of Bonnaroo tickets, which is actually featuring. Do what? I'm sorry. But anyway, you can enter to win a chance to get 2 Bonnaroo tickets. That's a pair.
That's a pair.
That's a pair. I'll stress that.
That's a
By
pair.
Andy, he's sharp,
Yeah,
buddy.
hey, now.
He's
Are you
sharp.
going to buy their gas, too?
That's 2 or a pair.
Can I just interject here?
there just
since,
goes
you
our
know,
promotion
we're-
with
No,
the Bonnaroo
no,
for
no.
next year.
No, that's okay. But no, this year in Manchester, Tennessee, Bonnaroo Music and Arts Festival, WFMC Jams is proud, and I will say proud, to be giving away 2 tickets to
pair.
someone. That is a pair to those that enter for this.
A chance to win there.
Yes.
Yes.
Artists that are going to be featured this year at Bonnaroo Music Arts Festival here in Manchester is Fish, Childish Gambino, Solange, the Avett Brothers, Post Malone, Odessa, Hozier, the Lumineers, and Cardi B. And over 100 more artists to be featured that weekend. So all you have to do is simply come to WFMC Jam's website. Go ahead and like the page while you're there and register, so you can have an opportunity, like many others, to get a chance to win a pair of tickets. Now, the drawing will be January 27th, but you have an opportunity to listen to the Midnight Madness show from now until the 27th. And also, we'll be telling you some other dates that this event will be going on as well. But that is, like I say, January 27th will be when we'll be giving away those free tickets.
So, Brian, do you want to tell them a little bit about the competition? DJ Doctor. Yeah. You want to? There's no R in my name anymore. Do you want to tell them about how we got the competition going on?
Yeah. Well, I wanted to say first off, I gotta tell them myself about the our promotion. I do the exact same thing that Awesome Andy does there. I have to rehearse this 500 times before I get it right. So it's pretty awesome. He got after the second time.
So what's now again? Every year we do a contest, and it's been normally you see us at a location on site. We give you a chance to win by you filling out a ticket, and then we throw it in a hat, and then we do a Facebook Live show, and we draw it out, and the winner is, and then hopefully this year we won't give out your name and address and Social Security number like we did. When did we do that, Brian? First year we did it, or the second year?
No, we didn't. We didn't.
We had to
We
scrap.
almost
We had
did.
to scrap it before it went on air, but we wanted to try to do something a little different this year. And Brian, can you give the fans out there a little idea of what we come up with, or you come up with?
Sure.
Riveting, isn't it?
Just messing with you.
It's tense. It's tense in the room. And the crowd's going crazy. Just give us the rules, man. So what's the rules, Brian?
The
How do they do this?
rules are don't mess up and don't use the F word. That's the 2 rules of the station.
What, free? Okay.
Fix. Dang it.
Fix.
No.
All right.
No, seriously though, we're giving a pair of tickets away this year, and the date that we'll be drawing be on the 27th. What we're planning on doing is each night, and including tonight, this hour, we're going to be giving you a chance to qualify to win the pair of tickets. We're going to take qualifiers each night, every day. We're also going to be on site at several venues throughout the next 2 weeks, and people that are at those venues will be able to qualify and get in the drawing for the 27th. So we'll be taking all the qualifiers on 27th during the vinyl show and picking a winner from that list.
Excellent. Now, in order for them to qualify, they're calling in tonight. Are we going to announce when they need to call in?
We can take qualifiers tonight in a little bit.
Okay. You remind us when it's ready to do that, Brian, when you're ready, and we'll do that. And then they'll also be able to do that on site at each location, like Belcourt Taps and the Commodore Grill. And I believe at the Grinder House, Asa and his staff up there will be taking stuff on location, as well as our vinyl show. So, Jason, while you're there, let's talk about the vinyl show a little bit. What's the cover of the vinyl show this time?
Oh, it's going to be great. We're going to do covers.
Yes. Each month we do a vinyl show, usually on location, but this time its location is right here. Those of you looking on TV, we got a white countertop. This is where the DJ is going to be playing, 2 turntables and a microphone for you. We got a vinyl show. It's called Covers. And I have to say, as I researched, Charlie, there's a lot of covers. And you do a great cover of great cover of a cover of a cover of a cover. You do a great job, imitating Willie Nelson. And I love it. I love playing with Charlie, and all of a sudden he'll bust into a song and he'll do it in Willie's voice, and he sounds just like Willie doing it. But there's songs like that we already know are covers, but there's some great tunes that are out there that I had no idea. There's a Hendrix tune that I thought Hendrix did. There's a Santana song that I thought Carlos did originally, but no, those were covers that made them huge. So you're going to get to learn some of that stuff. You're going to hear back-to-back songs. You might even hear 3 of the same song over and over, but different versions of that song. So it's covers, repeat kind of a deal.
Yeah, we even have, disco followed by country.
Yes. We got country followed by heavy metal.
Right.
It's all over the board.
Oh, don't forget we have, Metallica followed by Pat Boone.
Yes. We got Pat Boone doing Metallica. We got Pat Boone doing Ozzy Osbourne and Dio, if you can believe that or not. Yeah, and yes, you heard me say Pat Boone. So just that alone, you have to tune in for the vinyl show. And when is it, Jason?
27th.
The 27th.
We're gonna sit here from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Playing
spinning as many records as we can find. Hello, I'm moving.
Yeah. Spin as many albums of cover stuff as we can find. We hope you tune in for that. Enjoy it. It's going to be entertaining as well as educational. So,
fine. Hello. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with this, I believe.
I think so. We've done a lot of research. It's a lot of cool stuff.
I even got Ray Stevens doing Michael Jackson.
Ray Stevens doing Michael Jackson. We got Michael Jackson doing the Beatles.
Right.
We got the Beatles doing Chuck Berry.
Right, and the Marvelettes.
Yes.
Please, Mr. Postman.
Yes. I mean, we got a ton of great stuff that's oddball. We got, some really interesting stuff. Again, I had a blast researching this up. I got 8 pages of cover stuff that I'm giving Jason so he can pick out his albums. And then Jason sat here and gave me a whole list of stuff that he's already got, too, that is not on my list. So,
well, you've even got, you talked about Willie.
Yes.
He did a cover of City of New Orleans.
Oh, I did not know that.
And he actually did very well with it, actually. So there's something else we can pull.
What you got, Andy?
Olivia Newton-John covering Country Roads.
Yes.
Yes.
And does it good.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Let me get this right.
Yes. Talk to us, Charlie. We're going to get it right.
Should we call Olivia?
If you got her number, you are a god.
I want to just find out what's going on there now.
If you got Olivia's number, I need
telling you.
Prove it to me. I want to see it.
Well, I tell you, I can make a couple phone calls, and I'm pretty sure I can get it.
All I know is Olivia is one of my favorite female singers of all time. And again, I told the story on the air. Charlie, I was in Indianapolis to go see Olivia Newton-John play. And she did the big outdoor arena there on the north end of Indianapolis. And she killed it, man. I mean, it was a phenomenal show. Killed it. And, again, she's one of my favorite female singers of all time. Down at the front of the stage, just off the stage right, was a flower booth. That, a lot of guys go down there to get their ladies a rose, and they go back and hand them to the girls in the crowd. I went down and talked to the guy, and I said, what's the odds if I can get a flower and I can get it to Olivia Newton-John on stage? And he goes, I don't know, go down there and talk to that security guard. So I bought the rose. I walked it down to the security guard. And, Charlie, I did this. I go, man, can you give this to Olivia? Can you throw it up on the stage? Because it was too far to throw a light flower up on the stage.
Lord.
And you know what he did? He opened the gate for me to get between the crowd and the stage and said, don't go any farther than 10 feet down, and she'll come down to you.
But that's real people.
And I'm standing there, and here she comes down, and she kneels down. She takes the microphone from her left hand, puts it in her right hand, continues singing. I can't even remember what the name of the song she was singing. She reaches down, grabs the rose, puts it in the right hand with the microphone, and then holds my hand.
Wow.
And
really?
Marky fell in love. What's that song, Marky's in Love? There's a cover song. So
Let me tell you.
That's the song she was singing, Ted.
Oh, man, I wish it was. So, Olivia, thank you for that great moment. So I appreciate that. With Olivia Newton-John, I love her to death.
Speaking of Olivia Newton-John.
Oh, he's calling Olivia right now.
We have Elvis following Olivia Newton-John.
Elvis following Olivia.
Yeah,
Wow.
he did a cover of her Let Me Be There.
Really?
Yeah.
He did. Wow. That's what got me liking Olivia, was that song right there. That's the first thing I've ever heard. And then, of course, anything after that I loved. Yeah. You know who my favorite female vocalist is?
Linda Ronstadt.
Oh, so close.
I tried.
She's right there, though.
Well, we got some covers from her, too.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Olivia and Linda Ronstadt and Karen Carpenter and Ann Wilson from Heart. That's like right there, the four big ones for me. Who's your favorite female singer, Charlie?
I was at the CMAs, and I seen some magnificent singers. I'm going to tell you, it knocked me down. It really did. But Carrie Underwood, I was surprised at what I seen because I was knocked down from her, just to tell you the truth.
She's phenomenal, though.
She was just phenomenal and down to earth and just loving and caring and cared about the audience and the families and whoever was there, and just took the whole stage away, just drifted away with everybody. It was unbelievable. But I did have an experience with Olivia Newton-John, and it started with John Travolta.
Okay, Charlie, you got the floor.
But anyway, we was in Florida, and I married a lady that was very close to John, and we was invited by Dane Bryant, who is Olivia Newton-John's band leader. So I show up, me being a hillbilly, and
did you have your cowboy hat on?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. And Dane says, "Well, come on in." And I said, "Really?" And he said, "Yeah, y'all sit down. We're going to eat here in a minute." So I met her, and she was just fabulous. And she was going through a hard time at that time. I think you know what I'm talking about.
Right, yeah.
And next thing I know, here come John.
Wow.
So it's really cool. And she was just a sweetheart and just cared about her, the people that loved her records and just talked to them and lay her heart down to them. And that's what an artist is supposed to do, not forget where they came from. And that's exactly what that lady did.
Right. Yeah, I've always liked her. I thought she was just one of the most down-to-earth people in the business. And again, thank you, Olivia, for taking the time to hold my hand and while you were singing the song. Again,
She's listening right now.
Because I'm sure she's listening. Yeah, I'm sure. You never know. Yeah, we've had big names listening to us, and we didn't find out until after the fact. So, Olivia, if you need me to get you another rose, you just send me an instant message, and I'll be right there. Just be right there.
There goes the restraining order.
The stalker material. So, Charlie, let's talk about a little about Charlie Allen. Charlie again is I call him our local favorite here because I met him while he's in Manchester, but he's originally from Bristol, Tennessee, right?
That's right.
Home of country music.
Home of country music. That's true.
So how ironic, the home of country music, and that's where you're from.
Yes, it is.
So, but you're more than just country, though. You're country at heart, but you play rock and roll real well. You play blues real well. You're an all-around adapted musician and artist. But you write predominantly country tunes.
I do. You know, I write a lot and write a lot of rock and roll, and I've had some new cuts as the newer country, and working on another song right now that's going to be released on another artist. And I've just been so blessed this year, Mark. You guys just don't know. I mean, doors have opened for me, and I'm just tickled to death that to be a part of that kind of relationships, and the bar's raising in my life thanks to people who finally started believing in me and my writing and my abilities of the music.
Well, Charlie's going to think I'm saying it just because he's here, but we've always bragged on Charlie. He's got a great musical talent. And he's got a great skill level at vocals, and even there's times when we just want him to do some Willie off the cuff, and he does Willie Nelson almost better than Willie does. But Charlie's been this is going to make you sound bad around, but been around the block. I remember a picture of you when you were 9 with Ray Price.
That's
or Charlie
right.
Pride.
Yeah, Charlie Pride and Hank Jr. and Waylon Jennings and David Houston and Dolly Parton, and I've got all those pictures. The one that I loved the most was with Elvis Presley and Carl Perkins sharing the same stage. Now that just,
I think you need to bring us that picture. I think that'd be a cool picture to have and see that. But Charlie's, like you say, he's been with some of the biggest names. Played with the Outlaws, some of the Southern rock bands. Played, stages with them.
Well, look what you did. We did a show in Jacksonville, and I'm sitting back in the back, being all cool. And I look around, and I see this beautiful guitar.
Oh, yeah.
That was made for Skynyrd, and it was like Mark had it in his hand. I'm like, I'm going, what's going on here? I wrote one of the songs here. I mean, he's holding the gold, He's got the key. And,
Charlie, when you're as big and prominent like I am, those things just fall in your lap
I was
left
like,
and right.
wait a minute, what am I missing here? And he's going, you can see this big smile on his face, and I'm like,
we just got done doing the show.
We did, it was
Charlie
awesome.
and I were in Jacksonville doing a tribute to Jimmy Van Zandt. Charlie written a song for Jimmy, and when Jimmy passed away, unfortunately, we got a chance to go down there and perform with a stage full of celebrities. Actually, was up there.
We sure did,
and so it was a great treat. But after the show was over with. I think Charlie just went to the restroom. I think was his problem.
It was kind of. I mean, it was bad. I had to go somewhere. I mean,
so I hop off the stage and I walk toward the front. And when I get to the front, this guy comes over and he goes, "Hey, come here. I want to show you something." And I'm like, "Okay." And he pulls out this beautiful. I don't know if it was airbrushed or it was vinyl wrapped or what it was done. Beautiful Les Paul guitar. That had Ronnie, Donnie, and Johnny, and Jimmy, and then had Ronnie, Donnie, and Johnny's dad, Lacey Van Zandt, on this yellow guitar, and it was beautiful. He goes, "Here, would you like to hold it?" Well, I'm a drummer, right? I just got off the stage playing the drum set. I'm not a guitar player. Oh no, it's not going to matter, And he hands it to me, and they pull me up, and then it was like. The paparazzi was all around taking pictures of me. I was like, all the stuff. I'm going like, "Hi, I'm a drummer."
And Mark from Alabama, he's like,
"Yes,
hey, where did we miss out at? Wait, what did we miss out on?" That was a really
Mark
good
Herndon
time.
from Alabama played with us, and we got to co-share the
and
drum set.
Y'all was playing. Real like you'd start playing a beat and he'd jump there and start playing.
And then he'd play. Yeah, him and I would go back and forth with
it was
playing.
so funny. Wow! And I was like, "What is going on back here?" I mean, the drum. They were.
Now, it was funny because
it was good though. I liked it. Yeah.
There was a song that Mark wasn't supposed to play on, and Mark was like, I think he took a drink of water and he was going to come off the set and I was going to come up and play. And if you've ever been at a Charlie Allen show. He's like a kitten. You don't know exactly when it's going to go on. Sometimes he'll start talking, and boom, he's into it. So he started talking about a song and already was starting to play the riff to it. So Mark was kind of like caught. He was all behind the kit, and he couldn't get off of it quick enough. So he's like, I don't know the song. I turned around and goes, 120 beats, 4/4. Mark turned around. He starts playing it, and I'm behind him, coaching him, going, "All right, here's the break. You're gonna have a drum fill here." And I'm sitting there going, "I'm coaching Mark Herndon from Alabama for crying out loud." I thought that was hilarious, and he hopped off, and then I got up playing, and then Mark's like, "He's your monitor okay, man?" Yeah, he's moving my monitor. Can I get you something to drink? Can I get you some water? And I'm going like. Talk about intimidating. Mark from Alabama standing behind me, but he was just a cool dude. He was just a cool guy.
Down to earth. Yeah,
him and I sat
very
and we talked.
Down to earth.
We had people from Molly Hatchet on stage.
Yes, we did.
I can't remember who all was up there. Molly Hatchet, Skynyrd.
Quite a few of them.
Charlie Daniels, harmonica player, was up there.
Yeah.
We had a girl that sang background for
Leah C. Wright.
Leah C. Wright. She was a new artist, and she's phenomenal.
She's also on a new show called Alabama Housewives.
Oh, really? Alabama Housewives? I can imagine that show. Y'all better get in here. You're handy. And we want to thank Brian for putting up pictures of Betty White on the teleprompter.
I like it. Yeah, that's cool.
I miss our teleprompter. It's a good thing it's not hooked up to the one back here yet.
Oh, we'll be soon.
So yeah, we had a great time.
Some trouble.
Charlie, again, I want to thank you for allowing me the opportunity to dine
Oh
with you
man,
guys.
that was so much fun. I mean, I'll never forget though. Me being a hillbilly was the funniest thing. There was a bird bath out there, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking this is a great place to wash my face before I go to breakfast. And
in a bird bath?
So listen to this.
Do you hear banjo music, folks?
So this is a true story. So Angie Lee, which was my girlfriend, it's like she says, "You are not washing your face in that, are you?" And I said, "Yes, I am." And I said, "What's wrong with it? It's cold. It feels good." She goes, "Charlie, that's a bird bath, honey. That's not a place to wash your face." Wow. The guys were coming out of the motel looking at me like I was crazy. I didn't know what was wrong. I'm a hillbilly. I don't know. It was a beautiful thing.
Beautiful.
And I was like, wow, this is a way to wake up. Boy, did I wake up fast.
Please promise me there was no bird food.
I don't think so. I mean, all I remember, it was a beautiful. You remember coming out of the motel in the fall? It was like coming down.
But at no time was I possessed to go over to the bird bath and start bathing myself.
It didn't look like a bird bath, though, did it? That was the funniest. Oh, Lord. And Angie's like, "Charlie, no, don't do that. That's not." I said, "Well, it's a good place to wash my face." She said, "No, it's not. It's a bird bath, Charlie." I said, "It is?"
Did you write a song about it, Charlie?
No, not yet, but I probably will.
That's been a good country song right there.
Oh,
Bathing in the bath.
Gosh, that was crazy.
But like I say, you never know what you're going to get when you see Charlie. Now, you're playing quite a bit around Nashville. You just played the other night with Johnny Garcia.
I did.
Anything else going on in the near future that you can tell us about?
We're getting ready to head to Manhattan, Florida, and do about, I think it's 5 shows. And
Is that with Johnny?
One of them is with Johnny, and the other ones are with new artists that I can't mention right now.
Okay.
But yes, it's going to be fun, and
Okay.
it's going to happen in Manhattan, Philadelphia, and I can't remember the other place. I mean, it's so great. So many things happening at once. You remember how we were in North Dakota? We never knew where we was going.
No, we went from Minnesota to North Dakota, back to Minnesota, back to North Dakota, Minnesota, North Dakota, then down to South Dakota and headed all that.
You'd wake up and say, "Where we at now?" And I'd go, "I don't know. I was telling you the truth."
Yeah, that was a wild tour. But again, we had a great time with that, and I don't know if Pearlie's out there listening, Pearlie Curtis, but man, what a great pedal steel guy and what a good dude there too. But
man, I'm telling you,
we had a lot of fun on that tour.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did, and it was a lot of good team.
Yep. Now we see here. We got a lot of people checking us out, but Tim Webb is listening. Tim and Cookie. Cookie's my Wisconsin friend.
Oh, cool.
And she's down in Florida right now with Tim, staying warm. So, Charlie, if you're anywhere down there in the neck of the woods, hopefully Tim and Cookie can come out and get to see you. But Tim, Cookie, we miss you guys. They were great friends when I had the Last Chance Saloon. Jim's my Southern rocker. He looks like he could fit right into the Skynyrd.
Man, I tell you, I love that place. You never know who was going to walk in there. You know what?
It was a great bar. I do miss it, but we had a lot of great talent that's come in there and played. We had some amazing musicians come in.
The Deadliest Catch, and you go, wait a minute, I know that guy.
Yeah. I think he was our first non-musician
He was staying at my house.
Yeah, he was our very first non-musician interview.
Yeah, but he was, he very nice guy. And I mean, if you watch the show, I mean, he was insane on that show.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, and he just decided he was going to, out of the blue, go from, where was he from, New York or Massachusetts? He was on the East Coast and decided he wanted to get on TV. So he flew, without being invited, to like Alaska.
It's a good story,
and fishing boats in order to move up to get onto the fishing boat that they shot and got on. Now he's like the star, and he's hanging out in our bar, here out in the middle of nowhere, Tennessee. So it was cool. We had the guy from the Moonshiners was there visiting us. We've had quite a few. We had Jamie LaRue, who was part of what was Tori Amos's band, and then he did the Dog Ear Studios. He did the recording for Bret Michaels on his solo career. So I remember when you brought Jamie in that night, I was playing somewhere else and showed up, and I walked in, I got stopped at the door, and somebody goes, "Oh, my God, who is this guy playing guitar up there?" And it was Jamie LaRue. I mean, Jamie is absolutely phenomenal. So now, is he down in Florida, or is he back?
He is. He's back producing and writing songs and loving life and enjoying it and all over the beach. And he called me a few minutes ago. We're trying to put 3 songs down right now. I can't get a 1 down.
well, Janice is on the line. I want to say hello to Janice. She's the mother of 2 of my grandchildren, and God bless her, she promotes those babies every day, and I love seeing my grandbaby Spencer and Ruby. Thank you so much, Janice, for sharing. Give my son a big hug for me. I miss you guys and love you guys. So give all them people a hug for me up there. And stay warm. They just got like 7 to 9 inches of snow up there, so Janice, be careful.
Ooh.
Yeah, so now you're from the east side of Tennessee. Did you get much snow? Were you in that area, the Appalachia area, where you got snow, or didn't you get much snow?
You know what I always said? The weatherman's a liar.
What?
I'm telling you.
I have my theory about
I'm telling you that. Every time they'd say it'd snow, it'd never snow. Every time they'd say it'd rain, it'd never rain. I mean, it was insane.
That's why we got Andy. He's our lying weatherman.
I like putting Andy on the spot. I love putting Andy on the spot because we go, Andy, tell us a little bit about what's going on in the weather. And then Andy, his eyes, you'll like squinch his eyes and you'll look outside. Like this is the cataclysm of what weather is all about.
Now, I do have to ask you one thing, Charlie. You're from East Tennessee, and I'm an East Tennessee boy,
I know,
too.
yep. And what's your name again?
All us Partons, we're from over there.
I know, that's right. That's what I'm used to hearing your name. But now you've got a new name now.
Yeah, it's now awesome, Andy Storm.
All righty then.
I will say something. My grandmother, and I'm not going to get off the subject here, but I'm going to make this brief. She told me about when she was young, how when it would snow there, and around the mountains of East Tennessee, the snow would get really thick, but she told me about seeing snow thunder.
And that just happened when I was up there.
Snow what?
Snow thunder. And what it is where there's so much snow on the ground, and what happens is it's like lightning. It's electrical charges that occur, and they flash across the snow, and it brings this bright pink reddish color up, and it's almost like you're on a different planet. It's so surreal, and I never will forget. One night I went outside. That was back in the 90s when I had the big blizzard.
That is so cool because I seen that.
And I walked outside and I experienced that, and everything came to me. It's so real of what she talked about. Of course, I got to go back inside the house where it was nice and warm. But for her generation, it was a little bit different. But
was there moonshine involved in this?
Now I will say there was some moonshine up there in those hills. But
snow thunder.
They called that a little bit of white lightning, though.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Now I did see what he's talking about. I couldn't.
There's no sound. How can it be snow thunder? Wouldn't that be snow lightning?
Well, they just call it snow thunder, but it does. You can hear it does crackle a little bit if you listen. You will hear that in the background.
Now I seen some lightning.
And it will flash.
It's snowing and it's lightning. What's wrong with this?
That's the most strange thing in the world.
It is, and I witnessed that.
A little worried about you guys.
I looked over at Mark, and he's like, his expression.
I just don't know what to say at that point. I ought to follow that up. So
instead of a snowball, you might have a thunderball.
A thunderball, a lightning ball. Sorry, folks. When our guests don't show up, you never know what you're going to get out of us.
When we get together,
we talk about cuts, and we talk about snow thunder. So
Travis, I'll never forgive you for getting sick.
Yeah, it's Travis's fault. He's got to do a couple of shows for free for us now. So you're going to head down to Florida. You're going out to New York. What about Nashville? You got stuff going around in Nashville? You still playing the local, or are you going back there anytime soon?
That was my
first time there.
You enjoyed that, didn't you?
That was a nice venue.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
It was a nice venue. They got it laid out real nice. The sound guy did a great job with making everything sound to the room real nice.
Ooh, that's a plus.
So yeah, you don't get that a lot, but the local, which is right across the street from one of the venues that we've been at for 6.5 years, from the Commodore Grill. So there's songwriter shows there quite a few nights a week. I believe they got music 6 nights a week there at the local. So, but you can check it out. The local Nashville. It's got like a guitar headstock for their ID or their little picture there. So check out the local Nashville. If you can't be anywhere else where we're at, go to the local and check that out. I really enjoyed that Johnny Garcia was there. I know I'm freezing. Got a little campfire going over here. Johnny Garcia was there, and again, Johnny Garcia is a guitar player for Trisha Yearwood and Garth Brooks. Does shows with Charlie Allen, and they get together. I was thankful enough to get to hang with Johnny for a minute, and we've got contacts with some of his artists that we're going to get onto the radio station down the road. So hopefully soon, and as we talk to Johnny about getting him on the show, Johnny's a very busy man, obviously, and so we're going to try to get Johnny and some of his artists on the show in the near future. So look for that, and we'll promote that as soon as we find out.
I kind of find this funny. You guys are over there cold and shivering. I'm over here hot. I'm thinking about taking my clothes off.
What? Well, wait a minute.
All right, we want to thank the Midnight Madness Show.
Hang on. Let me turn the
Talk to
video
you
off.
later. Ain't no way, man. The shadow walked in. Oh, good
We're not
Lord.
good. I don't want to naked with nothing video on or off.
Let's not share that round of indifference.
We're talking about music. We're talking about the Bonnaroo. We're talking about Snow Thunder.
Oh,
and
Lord,
Moonshine.
where do we get off on
We're talking
that?
about Johnny Garcia, and Jason comes out wanting to strip here on live TV.
Man, I'm out of here, man.
That's our 18-plus side channel there.
Now, I will say this, since you're talking about Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
He is one of the best musicians, probably the best musician in this area.
Man, I appreciate that, but
And,
there's a lot of talent out here.
Yeah, but vocal-wise, you've got a great voice, you got a great songwriting ability, and once in a while, he really goes to the bottom of the barrel and comes out and plays with me.
No, I enjoy it.
He's
I
not gonna
enjoy
write
all
with
that.
you.
I mean, playing with you guys was so much fun. It was like I was just having a great time, enjoying the music and enjoying, just what was around me. I mean, down to earth, there's a big difference in that.
I saw the other day in the memories on Facebook the New Year's party at the Last Chance with Charlie out there playing with us, and
Oh, yeah.
we just had a ball.
I'm crazy. I mean, when it comes to
That
that,
I'll agree with.
when it comes to that guitar, man, and Mark will tell you, the first time he met me, he goes, "What do you do here?" I said, "Well," he said, "Do you play?" I said, "Maybe." And
Yeah, Charlie was being so evasive the very first time I met him. I got a guitar shop here in Manchester. I don't even think we're open a couple of weeks. And, in comes Charlie. And he comes over and he walks over to the guitars, and I like to small talk. I don't meet a stranger, so I try to small talk this guy, and he's being like, he's in the witness protection program or something. He's being very evasive, and he's like, "Mom, no, I don't play." Okay, great. So he walks over and he starts looking at the bass guitar. Oh, do you play bass? No, not really. Okay, you in the music? Yeah. So then he comes down and goes, "Oh, have you ever heard of the Bonnaroo?" Well, yeah, the Bonnaroo Music Festival. He goes, "Well, I co-wrote the song, or wrote the Bonnaroo theme song." So me being Irish and Yankee at that point in time, I'm like, "Yeah, well, I've never heard of it. Whatever, So maybe someday."
I tried to give him a CD.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I can play that game too. Whatever. Never heard of it. Must not be too big of a hit.
He did the same thing to me the first time.
I know, right?
So
what's this? What do you do? And I tell him.
He's going. I got a great guitar player here that plays, with us, and I'm like, oh, good.
Yeah. So I would say, we got an open mic night. So if you want to, come on out. So okay. Well, if you don't want to, you don't want to. We're not putting a gun to your head. So that night, I'm on stage. I'm playing the drums, and here he comes. And everybody knew him. Everyone shook his hand the whole bit. Well, okay, at least he's known around the area. But finally he gets. And I look at it, if you're a player, you're going to play. If you're not a player, you're the guy that sits in the shadows, and you're just not going to play. Players play, and I don't care if you're a 6-week-old player.
That's true.
Where you're only been playing guitar a month and a half, but you're out there playing all the time. You're a player. Or if you got the experience like Charlie had, which I had no idea at the time, but players are going to play. So I look at he's in the crowd. If he's a player, he's going to get up and play. Well, here he comes. And he goes, "Hey, man, can I go over and play on your piano?" Yeah. And he walked over and he played piano. He did really well at the piano. "Hey, you mind if I play bass?" And he gets up and he plays bass, and he does really good on the bass. Well, finally he gets over and he starts playing guitar, and I'm going, player. Yes, he was playing us all the way through. And from then on, Charlie and I have been friends ever since. And I've always had a ball with Charlie, and I appreciate you hanging out and being part of the family here. So.
Oh, man, I tell you, I tried to do my part when I got out there with the mower and mowed your yard every daggone week. Stung by bees and everything else. I call Mark. I said, "Mark, I'm coming across the street. Help me push the mower across the riding mower."
Going, this guy's played with everybody and their dog, and I'm helping him push a lawnmower across the highway. So
and Mark's like,
made it to the big time, didn't we?
It was great, though. I mean, it was a family thing,
Yes, it is.
It really was. And
but musicians,
y'all had a great.
Are that way though? We're a big family. It's all a big family, and
it was funny. We had good times, and everybody smiled and laughed and cut up, and especially that night, we were back in the room, and it's 20 degrees,
like tonight,
and we're writing a song called "I Love What You Do to Me," which is going to be my next single on the radio.
Okay,
the new video coming out. And so we're back there freezing, we're freezing, and we're going, wow, man, it's cold, I think it was, 15 degrees, 10 degrees or something like that. But it really paid off. I wanted to tell you, thank you so much for sharing that room with me and the icicles.
Just remember that when it goes platinum.
I know. Well, that's what the girls said. And I've got a couple of promoters right now that keep texting me, and they're like, they can't wait for me to put another song on radio, and it's been a while,
Can I tell my favorite, funniest story with you? And I wasn't even in the room with you. I was on tour with you at the time.
Yeah.
And
it ain't the Steven Seagal one.
No, not the Steven Seagal. No, we'll keep that alone.
No.
Charlie had to kick his butt one night.
No, I did not. No, he did not just say that.
Steven,
that is a lie.
You like a child.
That is a lie. Don't ever say that again. You will get me beat to death. Never did I do that. No. Now, Mark, really. You can't say stuff like that.
No. Right. That one was just me goofing.
Please,
trying to get Charlie's butt kicked.
I like my head, man.
Yeah. But Charlie and I was on tour together, and the artist that it was kind of like a co-headliner, Charlie and another artist, and they used one band, and the other guy was promoting one of his songs, and Charlie was the guitar player on it, and they went to the radio station to promote this song. the rest of us was all back doing our thing, away from the radio station. But Charlie and this artist was out promoting the song, trying to get people to come out to the big show coming out that night. And on video, it's still on video, and I believe it's on YouTube still.
Do you really have it?
I don't have it available.
Wonder if Brian could pull it up. I know he could.
I don't know if Brian can find it or not, but it's Charlie and this other artist. I'm not even going to give his name because he's listening, so I don't want to make him mad.
Yeah, don't do that. No.
But they're in the studio, and the DJ is talking to him about this song. Oh yeah, it's my new single and this big thing he's pushing and the whole bit. And so Charlie is going to play the guitar to it. So Charlie starts playing the guitar, and the guy's like correcting Charlie, like, "Oh no, that's the wrong song." And Charlie goes, "No, man, that's your song." And there's like this little disagreement going on there. Charlie goes, "Okay." And so Charlie starts playing again. The guy's still, no, that's you got the wrong song, man.
Is this on radio?
And Charlie's like going, yeah, and it's all live, and they got it on video, and finally, Charlie just like takes control and starts singing the stupid song for this guy. So the guy realizes, oh yeah, it's my song, and starts singing. But the great part is when the guy starts saying something that Charlie has a double look back at him like, what? What are you talking about? Charlie just took control and here's your song and here's how it goes. And the guy goes, oh, yeah, that's it. That's how it and it was all good. On there. And we go like, yeah, we're going to get a lot of people coming out to our show tonight. They're going to come out to see the comedy act.
I was trying to figure it out. I was like, wait a minute, all of a sudden I'm like,
yeah, trying to get like, yeah, are you ready?
Are you gonna sing?
The guy would never could pull the trigger. Charlie like strum the guitar and do the opening. The guy like, I don't know what you're playing. I'm playing your song. But that was one of my favorite moments. That was just a hilarious time.
I tell you, we've had some great moments. Chief Ross was wasn't he? He was just great, wasn't he?
Yeah. Chief Ross was the head of the police force. And we were doing a show, and the police got called. So here comes the police. You're going to try to shut down because we're just too loud, which is hard to believe if you ever play with Charlie Allen that anything would be too loud. I'm from the 70s, so I'm deaf. It's never too loud for me.
Me too. Yeah.
And so here comes the police, and Chief Ross goes over and tells the people, the officers, everything's fine. They're on their last set. Tell the people they're complaining. They come on down. It's a great show. So then we play, and Chief Ross comes up and starts giving us, hey, play this song. Hey, play this song. Play another song. Here the chief of police is giving us requests, and then comes up and gets his picture made with us. So, and it's fortunate. Unfortunately, we lost Chief Ross a couple of years back.
Oh, bless his heart. I know he's up there listening,
Now, he was in one of your videos.
He sure was, and I mean, a great actor, and he played that so perfect, perfect.
He's in Grandpa's Recipe, right?
Grandpa's Recipe, and I'll never forget, it's 110 degrees, and I was sweating so bad that I couldn't see, and he's like, don't worry about it. Just sit down over there and just be yourself. That's what you got to do, and that's, and those days I treasure, with Chief Ross and what we went through, and the doors he opened for me, and he used to come over the house and he'd go, Charlie, do you know Mark Martin? I go, yeah. He goes, can you get something signed for me? I said, yeah, when I go back to Florida, I'll get it signed for you. And he'd come back over there, a big bus was sitting on Bond Street on the side of the road, and nobody even knew, at that time, I had a record deal pursuing with Clint Black, and so I was all over the place. They asked me where I wanted to live. I said, Manchester, Tennessee. And that's how it all started, right here in Manchester, where most of the big hits were wrote.
That's pretty cool.
That's great.
In a little small town like this.
Yeah. Now, in the next couple months, I'm going to be putting up my video to start making the money for this next album.
Well, if you need some help, let me know. I know a lot of people.
Absolutely. I'm lucky enough that Charlie has.
Are you cutting one of my songs?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
I'm lucky enough.
That's a good. That helps a lot. I'm telling you.
I got lucky enough that Charlie offered me a song, so that's going to be on the album.
I love that song.
I'm looking forward to it.
I really do.
Well, most of this album's going to be all mine. 7 of the 12 songs are mine.
Okay.
Then there's 4 other ones that are other people.
I know you got a Charlie cut. You got a.
I got a James Bell and Bard Fisher cut.
Okay.
And I have a Tommy Barnes.
Tommy Barnes cut. Yes, that's right. That's right.
That'll be the title track.
Yeah.
I may never get to heaven, but I've slept in an angel's arms.
So, yeah, Tommy.
Wow.
Tommy's another great singer-songwriter that's out there. If you get a chance to see Tommy Barnes, please do. One, he's got a great sense of humor. But then, he's phenomenal. He's like Charlie. A lot of singer-songwriters can't sing. A lot of singer-songwriters don't really sing and they don't play guitar well, but they write really well.
Oh, man, like a pitcher.
Thanks,
Like
Mark,
a
I
pitcher.
appreciate that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so, but Charlie and Tommy are two of the guys that they're headliners wherever they play at, too. So they're both phenomenal. So check out Tommy. But you're talking about putting up the funds for your GoFundMe.
Yeah.
And don't forget, Rock for Asbrock is coming up in February 9th, which is a Saturday. Asbrock, pardon me, is the husband to Anna Fairlight.
Correct.
And he's went through some medical issues here just recently. So at the Mercy Lounge, Saturday, February 9th, the concert Rock for Asbrock featuring the Raylene Nelson Band, the Hannah Fairlight's band, and then there's like 5 or 6 other bands that's out there too. All big bands are playing there. We're working on promoting that, not promoting it, but getting it on the air and highlighting that on the WFNC Jams website. So we'll get you more details on that. But they've got a GoFundMe account. You can find it on Facebook for Rock for Asbrock, a GoFundMe account where they're trying to raise some money for his medical expenses. As a rock and roll and country community, please find it in your heart to help donate. Most of us musicians don't have insurance. A lot of them aren't in the musicians union, so they don't have insurance. So this all comes straight out of his pocket. So please help him out. Rock for Asbrock.
You guys got the opportunity to actually have here and get to experience the show. Those 2 artists there are really, really talented. They put on a really fun show. I was in Austin, Texas at the time, down there, and I promise you, I was at a what's called a dueling piano bar, and I believe that was James Taylor that was there with us that night while we were in Austin. So you guys were up here, I was down there, and I'm pretty sure that was James Taylor. If it was not, it had to be his twin. But they called him up on stage, and they came back down. They said James Taylor's lookalike. But you know what? I actually looked it up, and it looked identical. I think he was just kind of hanging out there at Pete's, because that's a famous spot there, right around the corner from Austin City Limits. But I tell you, if you get a chance, you know, folks need to go for that fundraiser and just watch the show. You know, that's Willie Nelson's granddaughter. She's part of that act there, and they put on a fun show and
it's a fun show.
They know how to entertain.
Yes, they do.
Really do.
And again, now Raylene Nelson has her own band also, as well as Hannah Fairlight. So both members of have their own band. Now Charlie's got someone that's interested in calling in. So before you hand that mic off, you know the number off the top of your head usually, or as he's grabbing his phone. Andy, you got the phone number to call? And Brian, are we able to call in?
I think Brian might have changed that.
Yeah,
number.
we can call in.
What's the number they should call in, Brian?
931-954-2002.
954-2002. So 931-954-2002. So we'll see if we get a phone call in. Charlie just got a message popped on. It's probably Steven Seagal wanting to know where we're at so he can come whoop Charlie.
Hey, come on, man. You're going to get me in all kind of trouble.
See, he said he could take you one-handed. That's all that's going to be left when Steve gets done with you. I hope you could write with left-handed or right-handed, either or. I don't know which one you take him.
I tell you what, we can't talk no more about that.
No more.
That's
No.
Nah, it ain't
Steve's
happening.
a good dude. Steve's a good guy.
He really is. I mean, we had some great times and wrote great songs together, and
yeah, because people don't realize he's a musician.
Oh man, is he? He can play.
There's a lot of them out there. Kiefer Sutherland's a musician. Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
I've been talking to Vinny Pastore with the Sopranos.
Yeah.
And we're going to sing a song together.
Isn't that wild? And we were just talking about the Sopranos earlier tonight. That's just how weird. We were just talking about The Sopranos early tonight. So you're talking to Vinny.
I'm talking to Vinny. Maybe I can get him on the phone. I don't know. Let's see.
Oh, we'll get Vinny on the phone. That's no problem. Hey, how you doing? Rebecca Carroll.
That's the great thing about being in this business. Sometimes you could just call people up and they just answer, and they talk on radio, and it's pretty cool, So
Rebecca Carroll's got her comments up there about Betty White. Thank you. We're gonna get the teleprompter behind us going one of these days because we have some great Betty White stuff that pops up there. And Russell Cost, so thank you for listening to the show. Russ, you and I got to talk to each other here real soon. We got to get together. I've got some names and numbers for you. And Russ has a great show going on at Belcourt Taps every Friday night. So get down there and check that out. And then we re-air his show. His show is from 5 to 7 on Friday nights. But we also were doing a live show basically the same time frame on Friday nights from the Grinder House. So they record his show, and then we re-air it back on Thursdays from 6 to 8. So make sure you check that out. Uh-oh. Are we getting a phone call, Brian?
There we are.
All right. Are they on the line?
I'm on the line.
All right. Caller, who do we got on the line?
You got Jan Woods from Nashville on the line tonight.
Well, how are we doing?
Y'all are doing an awesome job.
Hey, man, that's pretty good coming from you.
That's good. That's good.
That is
I was
awesome.
not expected to be so entertained.
Well, you never know what you're going to get with us. That's the
for
problem.
sure.
Sometimes it just
Y'all are
flops.
really having too much fun.
We are. How you doing, Jan?
I'm doing great, Charlie. I just wanted to say that I've always said this. Charlie and I are not related. But Charlie Allen is one of the greatest singer-songwriters that ever graced the music industry.
Wow.
I would agree with you on that.
I would too. Absolutely.
I would agree with you on that.
Can't thank you enough. She's broke many a records out there on radio. And
Now, did I meet her the other night? Is this one of my men?
Yes, you did.
Ah,
you
yes,
did.
okay,
Yeah,
yes.
yes.
So this is what you look forward to on when we have shows like this tonight, as us goofing off. So it was a pleasure meeting you at the local the other night.
Yeah, it's great meeting you. I just want everybody that's listening, they need to tune in because this is entertainment at its best.
Hey, Jan, why we have you on the phone? I mean, you being a Nashville promoter, promoted many a stars. What would be your best suggestion as an artist to bring out a single on radio? I mean, can you explain to them how the process goes through and it works for all the artists that are listening? I mean, I think that'd be a great thing, don't you, Mark?
Oh, I think so. If she's willing to.
Are you willing to do that, Jan?
I'm willing to do that.
Awesome.
What does it pay?
I'll
What
pay
does
you
it
twice.
pay? I love it.
He'll pay you twice what he pays me, which is zip.
I was going to say, I'll pay you twice as much as I paid the Hillbilly Heartthrob, who's not on air. He's off the camera screen over here.
I think I would. First, it's a song-driven market. I think some of the problem we see today in the industry, not everybody is a writer. Just because Grandma said that's a great song, it does not qualify you to be a writer, okay? So we're seeing a big swing where these artists are writing their own stuff. And I'm not talking about Alan Jackson that writes his own stuff, and I'm not discouraging people. But there's so much competition out there. If your song's not better than what's at number one, you have a problem. So have a great song, have a great production, deliver that song, make people believe that song that will go and buy it. You got to be better than the best.
Wow, that says a
See,
lot.
and I think what Jan is saying is what we say a lot is we get a lot of talented people here that can sing, that can write, and that can play, but I don't feel their songs. I got to be able to feel it.
That's a great way to say it. Your
don't wanna
heart
hear
has
it,
to
I wanna
work
feel it.
with the words, and that's the way I feel. And you know as well as I do, a lot of times you can hear a singer and you can't understand a word they're singing, and you're just going, yeah. But it's not a story. It may be a great story, don't get me wrong, but you can't understand the words. And Jan has broke so many stars and so many artists and her team, and there's no telling what I've learned from this lady and her family of experience in music when she had me at the CMAs and working with people. She was there when Seagull showed up with all the people and watched the show and all this. But at the same time, there's a lot to promoting an artist. There's a lot to putting a record to radio. And am I correct?
Yeah.
You're correct. And you know, you brought up a great point. So many times radio will say, what were they saying? You know, so every word has to be clear, crystal clear. But you don't want to lose that emotion.
Right.
You know, you don't want to punch in and take away that emotion. If an artist has just delivered emotion, make them sing it again. Don't punch in.
Yeah, the one line taker. Remember those? The real, you know, back in the days, I remember when we used to put parts of tape on the walls and we'd try to find it, you know, what the good part was. But Jan, can't thank you enough. And I think this is a good thing that you spoke. You know, I'd like to hear more. I don't know about you guys, but it would help artist development so much more and help them in their volume of music, you know, raising the bar in their life of music, you know.
Well, and I agree. I think it's fun, it's entertaining, but we're actually here to promote and push artists and music to get new stuff on the radio. And people like Jan is the people we're trying to get our artists to break through to. You know, and when they come to her, you know, she's being who knows how much she gets a day and a week.
How many you get, Jan?
How many what?
How many artists do you get wanting you to?
Well, you know, I have to turn down some because you have a reputation as a promoter. So a radio station that you're familiar with over the years, it's like I have to promote good stuff, or you'll put your lights out real quick.
Oh yeah.
So you really have to pick and choose. But any artist listening tonight, I want to ask you, what is different about Chris Stapleton? He bleeds his music. The emotion is in Chris Stapleton that transfers over to people that hear him.
Now, I'm going to tag team with Jan here for a second, because when she's talking about reputations on the line, delivering a great product, all the people that are listening, and again, we're in 54 countries, people listening to the show and watching, so Charlie, make sure your hat's on straight. There you go. But the people, when they decide at 2:30 in the morning, they get a song in their head and they jump up and they look like, you know, the ironing board lady from Hee Haw, and they're going to all of a sudden put this song on YouTube going, here's a great song. First of all, you just woke up. You don't have it put together, and you look rough. Now, the people that can say yes are going to say no. They're flipping to another artist. Be ready. Be prepared. Be set for that moment. And I think a lot of people think, that's a great song and it'll sell itself. It's not always the case. She's talking about believing in, Chris Stapleton believes in the song. That's why I say I don't want to hear Chris Stapleton sing. I want to feel Chris Stapleton sing.
And boy, you can do that.
That's why I like people like Stevie Ray Vaughan, because I love listening to his music. I didn't listen to it; I just felt it. It put me on another level. Carrie Underwood can do that, and Charlie was talking about how great Carrie Underwood is. It don't matter if you hear her on vinyl or you hear her live. You feel her music, and that's where I think people's got to separate themselves. Are you just a songwriter, player, musician, background singer, sessions cat, or are you making music, feel its emotion and get it out there?
And the second thing, don't be in a hurry.
Right.
Don't be in a hurry. Unless you're 100%, don't do it.
A good point. Good point. So that's tips from the wise there.
I'm telling you, this woman has broke lots of records, and you would never know it, and I have seen many of them. And I was in the lead with those people, and it was it's tough. I mean, if you got a great producer, that you understand and you work together well, and he understands your side, and you understand his side, it means a lot.
Right.
Then just jumping up there and, let me sing a song, that's real good. That's not going to work. Right away if it's you. If it's not you.
Well, look at George Martin with the Beatles.
Oh, yeah.
As great as the Beatles were, George Martin was like, I don't feel it. I don't believe it. You look at Alan Parsons with Pink Floyd off that first album. Demanded the best and expected the best and made the band perform at a higher level than what they came in the studio to do. So, and I want to thank Brian, because apparently on our picture behind us that we don't see, apparently there's Betty White with a lightsaber.
Now what?
Now she's with Elmo.
I would not do no such thing.
Now what's he doing?
Now we got Elmo behind us.
Brian, you're good, man.
Jan, I apologize.
Man.
We about 3 years ago had a Betty White incident on the radio station, thanks to Velvet Presley, who's off camera a little bit. And since then, we have rolled with Betty White. Well, we haven't been a lot
How did that start? Do you remember?
Yes. Velvet... all right, if you're under 18, you might want to put your earmuffs on. Because I'm going to tell you this story, and I'm going to uncensor it. But Velvet Presley was doing like a little news report, like a little music news thing, and somehow Betty White came up, and I can't remember why, but it came up, and I think because Betty White said the word vagina.
Right.
What?
And so Velvet Presley goes, "Can I say the word vagina on the air?" Well, we don't have a delay button, so you just did. And we have ran with Betty White ever since then. Well, we used to have a teleprompter that everybody could see, and we'd have artists come in. And next thing you know, we got their promo pic with them and Betty White together.
Oh, Lord.
All right, I've got the quote.
He's doing another one. Okay, what do we got?
Betty White's quote. Why do people say grow some balls? Balls are weak and sensitive. If you want to be tough, grow a vagina. Those things can take a pounding.
What? He did just not say that, did he?
Quote from Betty.
He did not just say that.
Quote from Betty.
Oh, Lord.
That's the one that started the whole thing off.
I'm telling Jan, I'm sorry about that round of indifference. All right?
Jan's turning us off right now.
I was just thinking Betty White does need a lightsaber.
Oh, man.
I didn't mean to keep you guys. I'm going to keep listening.
Well, Jan,
Thank you for being so gracious and letting me visit in with y'all, and I'm going to keep tuning in. And to all the artists that are listening, I'm not here to discourage you. I encourage you to do it right.
Exactly. Great word, Jan.
Thank you, Jan. And also, knowing this, Jan was the first one, and the family broke my record in the 40s in Billboard.
Oh, wow.
And
Which one? What song?
Better Said Than Done.
Okay.
By Earl, wasn't it? Am I right, Jan?
I think so, Charlie.
Earl Thomas Conley. And boy, I'll tell you, we had some fun. I'm telling you.
I broke a record the other day. I dropped it.
But anyway, I thought it would be good, for the artist that is listening, how there's so much involved. It's just not a CD.
Right.
It's just not a photograph. It's more of a unit situation that people don't realize. Like I have people, they'll go, Charlie, I got this great record, and I'll be I said, well, who's your publicist? Well, what's that? Oh, you don't have a publicist, Well, who's the promoters? We ain't got no promoters. And right away, they spent $50,000 to $100,000, $200,000 on a record, and they have nothing else.
Well, I may have to call Jan with this new album then. Jan, I'm coming to see you when I get this album done.
We
now,
see those stories every day, and there is a warning about Nashville. Check people out.
Yes.
Call Charlie Allen. He's the biggest straight shooter in this town.
I appreciate that. I really do. And, that's coming from a source that's made many a big hits out there, and that means a lot. Thank you. And I'd like to thank you guys for, letting Jan be a part of us.
Oh, no, we're just tickled to death she called in.
We'd like to hear you call in once a week now.
I would enjoy that. That'd be great.
Jan's Corner.
Yeah, there you go. And I'll double your pay every time you call in, Jan. So,
cha-ching, right?
Yeah. She's making big money off of us. So, Jan, it's been wonderful to have you call in. It was nice meeting you the other night.
Keep doing what you're doing. It's great. Artists can learn from these programs. And I appreciate y'all. I really do. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And we'll hopefully, we'll cross paths again in Nashville sometime soon.
We're going to see her.
We'll do it.
All right. Jan, you have a good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Fantastic. Great call. Thank you, Jan.
Yeah, I mean, it's the truth. I mean, I just want people to realize there's more than just making a CD, and
well, it is the whole package, though. I mean, and
it really is.
You got to be, like she said, what makes this better than what's on the radio? And we had an artist come to us a long time ago, and Charlie, you worked with her for a little bit, and when she comes on, my gut was she didn't have the work ethic or the drive to move on. And she's talking about, well, I was on the X Factor, and I did this, and I did that. Oh, yeah. So I knew you knew who I was talking about. I don't want to name names. Uh-huh. And we had somebody that wanted to promote and push her. And I took her off the side because I had no dog in the race. She was just performing. We provided the background band for her sometimes, trying to help her out. Trying to help her out. And I took her in the back, and I said, why you? Why you? Why do you think you're the next Carrie Underwood? Why should people look at you? What's different about you? And she goes, well, they all say I'm pretty, and they all say I got a great voice. But I could go to a church and find 1,000 people with better voices than what you hear on the radio that just don't want to do it. They're not into. I mean, I can tell you right now, there's a lady that was from my hometown named Marnie. Best female singer I've ever heard in my life. But you'll never know it because that's not where her heart was. Her heart was somewhere else. But skill-wise, best female singer I've ever heard in my life. Bar none. Carrie Underwood, Linda Ronstadt, bar none, Marnie. I've got cassette tapes of her singing that will blow you out of the water where she sang in church, a church show. So I look at it going, all right, so you got a great voice. But why do I pick you versus the next entertainer, the next song, the next, there's a million beautiful girls that got great voices. What separates you next? Oh, no, we got another line over here. What do we got on the screen behind us?
Check that out.
I don't know if I want to. Is this? What is it? I can't tell what it is. What is this? I can't tell. What is that?
Look who's holding the guitar.
Are you going blind as well as deaf?
Oh, my God. Is it Betty White playing guitar?
Yes.
Man, I want to be watching this show now. I don't want to be sitting here. I'm looking back at it, feel like Colin Mockery of Whose Line Is It Anyways, Who knows what's behind this?
Yeah, the green screen behind you. Pay no attention.
Yeah. Man, but I love Betty White. It cracks me up that poor girl. The poor girl,
Someday she's going to watch the show when she's going to.
And the lawsuits will start coming. I'll tell you what, my favorite Betty White moment was when we had Sugarline Blue on the show.
Yes.
And they're a phenomenal band. If you have not seen the band, and it's Sugar Lime Blue, check them out. They were from Mount Juliet, but I think they moved. But they're still around Nashville. But they play a lot all over everywhere. So check them out. Find out where they're playing at and go see them. You'll love them. But the young girl, Ashley Beth, she sings. She's got this great hippie voice, and I love her to death. Ashley has a picture of her shot where she's wearing like a white flowing dress, but she's about waist deep in a river somewhere. That's like like a promo pic for them. And it's a cool pic. It wasn't probably a minute later. Brian has on the teleprompter Ashley in the river with her dress flowing in the river with Betty White next to her in the river. And it looked like she was. Even Ashley broke out laughing.
Oh, Lord.
Ashley, Brian, you don't have those. You don't keep those, do you?
Oh, man.
No, I wish I did.
Oh, my God, that was great. Even Ashley Beth lost it. She thought that was hilarious. But the kids, I guess it's into showtime here real quick.
We're past into showtime.
Yeah.
All right, man, I'm out of here.
New York has already turned us off their syndication, but it's our show, so we run along.
Hey, let's
what's that?
Take some qualifiers tonight.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. If we want to do that. Do they want to call that same number, Brian, the 954-2002 number?
That'd be fine.
Okay. Here's what's happening. We're given a chance to qualify for 2 wristbands and a parking pass for the Bonnaroo that's coming up here in 2019. Great bands are coming up that's going to be seeing this. And you got to read it off the line off here because you have the old one. So, Brian, if you could put that back up so Andy can read off the list of artists that's going to be there. And then after he's done, Brian, can I read off some of the extras that we know that's going to be there that I'd like to say? But you're going to have to
What's that number one more time?
931-954-2002 to get a chance to win 2 free wristbands and a parking pass for this coming Bonnaroo. Andy, tell them who the Bonnaroo is featuring this year.
Hey, this year at Bonnaroo, they're featuring Fish performing 2 nights. Childish Gambino, Post Malone, Odessa, the Lumineers, Solange, the Avett Brothers, Hozier, Cardi B, and over 100 more artists will be at Bonnaroo right here in Manchester, Tennessee, 2019.
It's excellent. Now, some of the extra, the 100 plus or more, the Rival Sons are going to be there. Now, we met the Rival Sons in Nashville this summer. Phenomenal band. Absolute phenomenal band. You want to make sure I don't know what stage you'll be on. I don't know what that'll all be lined up. But the Rival Sons are going to be there. Kind of one that you won't expect. Anushka Shankar, Ravi Shankar's daughter, Nora Jones' stepsister. Yeah, so if everyone knows George Harrison was influenced, George Harrison of the Beatles was influenced by Ravi Shankar and his Eastern Indian music. His daughter, Anushka Shankar, is going to be out there. And I call her the Eddie Van Halen of the sitar. That girl can if you're not into the music, go watch the skill level that this girl can play. But she is Nora Jones' stepsister. The Avett Brothers are going to be out there. Just a ton of great bands. And what we find every year is that undercard. You know Fish is going to be there. The Avett Brothers, which are phenomenal, are going to be there. There's just a ton of good people that's going to be there. it's the ones that we don't know. We met Repeat, a great band out of Nashville that you got to see. The Foxies, we met from previous Bonnaroos. So those bands, there's a ton of them. Charlie Allen's played at the Bonnaroo.
Maybe playing again.
And hopefully we can get to see him out there again. Now, that's a little far away. For me, Trampled by Turtles, which is a big band, are going to be there. Another band we saw, the Wood Brothers. It's hard to explain them. They're kind of like Old Crow Medicine Show, meets bluegrass sometimes. A great band. So make sure you the Tedeschi Brothers.
Also, looks like Casey Musgraves is going to be there
Casey
Saturday,
Musgraves
June
is there.
15th.
Space Jesus is there. I mean, there's a lot of these bands that we met just because of us doing the festivals throughout the year. So the Soul Rebels are going to be there.
Don't forget my favorite.
Which one's your favorite?
The Opry.
The Opry, yeah. The Opry will be there again for the second year in a row. So they got a lot of big names coming on. John Prine. Talk about songwriters, Charlie. John Prine's going to be there. So it's a good lineup. It's a lineup that there's a lot of big names in the smaller writing. Again, Rival Sons. I don't know what stage you're going to be on. It ain't going to matter. It's not going to matter what time of day. I will be there watching Rival Sons. I loved that band when I saw them in Nashville. So the Wood Brothers, Trampled by Turtles, we talked about. Those are all great, and there's a bunch of them on there I've never seen before that are going to be new. I'm going to be a new fan of. So check that out. So Brian, what do we got to do? Are we taking the 10th caller, or what are we doing?
We'll take the next few callers.
I'll tell you what, the first 5 callers. The first 5 callers. So give it a call. And, again, it's going to be 931-954-2002. And we'll take the first 5 callers, and Brian will hook you up. So, well, that's happening. We got the vinyl show coming up on the 27th. We're doing covers. So you're going to hear the original, then you're going to hear covers. And do we have a call?
I believe we got a caller.
Hello, you're on WFMC Jams. Who do we got?
Hi, this is Jennifer. Sorry, hang on a second.
No problem.
I had to turn y'all off.
We're doing good. How about you?
Doing well, thank you.
You're live on the air now, so you're being listened to in 54 countries, and you're going to get a chance to win some Bonnaroo passes here. So what's your name?
Jennifer. My name is Jennifer.
Jennifer, what's your last name?
Ryder.
Ryder. Is that R-Y-D-E-R?
No, it's R-I.
R-I-D-E-R. Okay. Brian, what do you need from her? You need her phone number? An email address?
I don't think she wants to get that live on the air, though.
No. But, I mean, you got to figure out how we're going to do that. We got to figure out how to do that, though.
I'll get it here.
Okay, so Brian will get that from you. All right, so Brian, how are you going to get that? You're gonna have her hang back up.
You just transfer in just a second.
All right, so you just hang on, and Brian's going to get all the information for you, and we wish you the best of luck.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, yeah, I don't want to we gave away like their address one time, picture their information on the card.
We didn't.
We almost did. You caught it at the last minute. All right, so Brian's got her transferred over to another line. So if you're interested in getting a chance to get 2 free passes, wristbands, and I believe the wristbands and the parking pass, roughly $600 to $700 worth of prize package there. So if we've had a winner from, I believe it was Arkansas, the first year we did this. Hey, we have another caller.
No, it's the same one.
Transfer.
Aha, same one. You win twice.
Rewind.
You're the lucky winner. All right, he's going to try to transfer you once we get this figured out here.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. Like a well-oiled machine.
Man, we're good.
Nothing but the best. Hey, one lady won 5 chances.
Hey, you think I can get one of them tickets, maybe? While we're talking on the radio, yeah.
Live on the radio, yeah. I'm sure Bonnaroo ain't listening.
Hey, you're my best friend, you know.
Yeah. Thank you, Charlie.
Y'all really good people. Now give me my tickets.
Yeah, give me my ticket. That's that was his pay. I'd like to see Charlie at the Grand Ole Opry show.
Yeah.
I think they need to have Charlie on that.
That's a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't. Maybe Brian can tell us when he gets back on the line, unless she's still on the line. But, yeah.
I just played the Grand Ole Opry. How long ago was it? A year ago, I think it was.
I'm not sure. It's been a while.
Yeah, I think it's a year ago.
Rub it in. Rub it in.
I ain't rubbing it in. I mean, that's like an honor, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, Jason played the Opry last, couple of Saturdays ago. Well, the Opry Mills Mall, but
hey, he may have a hit song. You better leave him alone.
He was right across the street from the Opry. We could see the Opry from where he was playing.
I did do the tour one time at the Ryman, and they put you on stage and handed me a guitar to take a picture. Mm-hmm. It was in tune.
Uh-oh.
So I thought I may never have this opportunity again. I sang on the stage at the Ryman.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Well, I tell you,
they didn't kick me out. They made me sing 2 songs.
That's really cool. That's really cool.
Well, I'll tell you my story. We was we done our little thing and sound check or whatever. So I decided to go out in the audience, and hang out there. They would not let me back here. And then I'm going, I got to be on stage in a little bit. And they're like, you got to walk all the way around and go back to the bus. And I said, you got to be kidding me. I said, so I just sat there, I was like, well, what am I going to do? So I kept calling everybody, say, hey, I'm out here in the audience. I can't get back in. Well, we'll get you in a little bit. All right, hold on a minute.
There wasn't a Birdbath around anywhere.
No, the Birdbath, Andy thought I was crazy anyway when I did. And I didn't realize, man, I'm telling you, that's a beautiful fall. You remember that.
I got to tell the funny story about you and I on the bus.
Oh, Lord, which one?
The one that you and I got in trouble for having on the bus.
Yeah. Yes, and you got accused of woman, and I got accused of woman, and she was on TV.
And she was on TV.
Yeah.
Charlie and I, we got a picture made on the bus. And behind the bus.
Lord, I got the.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. Behind us was a mirror. Well, in front of us was the big screen TV.
Yeah.
Well, there was something on TV, but it was some woman on the TV that her reflection was in the mirror behind us. So we're going so who's the woman on the bus with you guys? and Charlie and I are going what in the world?
What woman's on the bus with you? I said, there ain't no woman on the bus with us.
No.
And we couldn't figure it out. And then finally, I guess, who was it? Said, hey, it was on TV.
I saw it. When I saw the picture, I'm like, it's...
They sent us a picture and said, here's the woman you're with. And I'm like, wrong. That ain't me. That ain't him either. But I guess she was a photographic memory that we didn't get to remember,
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know.
I'll tell you the funny story. We played, I don't know, it was North Dakota. I think it might have been the last night. We played North Dakota. And the bus was sitting out there, and all these kids come out. And, there was probably 30 kids there. And they'd never seen a tour bus like that before. And so
oh, Lord.
Jim Brown goes, hey, you guys want to come in to see the bus? Oh, yeah, the kids were like, yeah, bring the kids in the bus. That's what it's all about, This might be the future of music right there. So let's bring these kids in the bus.
Yeah.
The problem is Charlie was in the very back of the bus. And Jim goes, oh, yeah, you want to see Charlie Allen? He's at the back of the bus. Go in there and say hey to us. Well, the door was closed. I'm like, now if Charlie's back there half naked and these kids open the door,
no,
the lawsuit's going to fly. And that's
man, that's wrong.
Door opened up. Charlie goes, hey, y'all come on in. And the guy was like, boy, that could have gone wrong really quick. Those kids had a blast.
You don't know the stuff these guys did to me. You have no clue. But we had a great time. But like I said, we was getting photographs of a woman that I was with, and I'm going, Angie, That's not. I'm not with that woman. I've never seen that woman. Yes, you have. Right here it is on my phone. And she's texting it to me and sending it to me.
That was local TV anchor
terrible.
person.
It was terrible.
Local TV anchor person. So, there was an earthquake here in Nashville?
Really?
Knoxville. No.
Shelbyville. 2.8 magnitude.
Lord help us.
Wow.
Couple of cows fell over. Sorry, no.
He did not just say that.
Somebody
Did
in
he?
Shelbyville because he's probably mad.
Oh, Lord.
Somebody's in Shelbyville.
He didn't mean that.
Is that the new way of cow tipping now?
Yeah, cow tipping. Yeah, God's way of cow tipping. So, I'm going to send your cards and letters to Mark the DJ Doctor, or just the Doctor. No R in the end of that, but no, we had a lot of fun. So, Brian, we still trying to take calls, right? So if you're interested and you're listening to us.
Yeah, any more calls?
If you're listening to the nonsense of what's going on here, as we're trying to wrap up the show, we're trying to give away 2 free wristbands and a parking pass. You can get a chance to win those by calling us at the area code is 931-954-2002. And you'll get Brian on the line, and we'll take your information. And again, it's between $600 to $700 worth of package. And again, the lineup is intense. You can go to the Bonnaroo lineup and check it out. The Bonnaroo website, they'll give you the active lineup, and you can check it out. And again, there's a lot of great bands playing there. What's that?
There's more breaking news on the earthquake in Shelbyville. They actually just put footage out. It's on the TV behind you.
Oh, no.
Boy, I tell you what.
I'm afraid to watch. I'm afraid to see
Woe
what's
be
going
unto
on.
me.
A lot of nervous goats running around there. So as Velvet Presley is checking this out.
Now what?
I can't wait to go home and watch this. Brian, this is the funniest part of this show is what's Brian putting on there. More breaking news from Shelbyville. Oh, jeez. All you people that are listening or watching.
Please look over that, please.
Hello?
Hello, I heard a phone
Another
call.
caller.
Hey, we got a phone call. How are you doing, sir?
Oh, Lord.
I'm doing good here in San Marcos, Texas.
San Marcos, Texas?
Oh, yes.
Outstanding. How's the weather down in your neck of the woods?
Oh, somewhere around 32 degrees.
Oh, that's kind of cold for your neck of the woods, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Wow. So much for that global warming thing going on. So, well, we appreciate you calling in. Have you ever been to the Bonnaroo before?
Never been to the Bonnaroo, no.
Awesome. You trying to win a couple of chances to go there?
That would be cool.
Well, if you win, it's going to save you $600 to $700. Great bands are there. What kind of music are you into?
All types.
Well, then you're at the right festival then, because it's the big thing to have everything for everybody. So, I mean, there's everything from the Grand Ole Opry to Fish to, and again, I talked about Anushka Shankar was going to be there. So everything for everybody's going to be there. So, but we appreciate you calling. We're going to send you to Brian. He's going to transfer you to another line so he can get all the valuable data. But do you listen to the show often, or?
I've been listening to it recently.
Okay. Well, we appreciate that.
And I'm liking every time I've listened to it.
Good. We have a great lineup coming up for you for 2019. A lot of good bands are coming. Next week we got a new band coming in from the Rumba Madre is going to be showing up. We met them at a festival this year, or last year, 2018, with another artist that's played with a ton of musicians. So keep checking us out and share it. We appreciate it. I'm going to tell you, buddy, good luck. And if you win, make sure you email us when you get here. We'd like to come out and meet you and interview you.
Okay.
Well, you take care down there in San Marcos, Texas, and we'll hopefully get to see you at the Bonnaroo.
Absolutely.
All right, buddy. You take care. And he's on to Brian next.
All right.
What's that?
What Brian do now?
He's transferring him over so he can talk to him. to get his information so I don't give it over the air. So, well, cool. If you're interested in a possible chance, we're going to do this for just a little bit longer.
You want me to sign my autograph right here for you?
Right there would be great. 2 free wristbands and a parking pass. Call us in. It's 931-954-2002. And, get a chance to get your name in the bucket so we can pull you out. And I would love to see you over at the Bonnaroo. We've had our last 2 years' worth of guests over there, and had one from Arkansas win. So it's beautiful with the internet. We're all over the world. If you're in Hong Kong and you think you can win tickets for the Bonnaroo, call in international. I'm sure we can take it. So it's Skype, so we'll get you called in. 931-954-2002 is our number here. We're here in studio with the one and only Charlie Allen, who's looking at me like I
have an idea.
Like I just slapped him or something. What's up, Charlie?
We should play Bonnaroo, the one I wrote.
Do we have it? Do we
I don't know if you got it or not.
We got it on YouTube? Is it on YouTube?
Yeah.
Brian, when you're not busy there, Brian, come back to us and let us know. We'll see if we can't play Charlie's theme song to the Bonnaroo. When did you write it? How long ago was it? It's early Bonnaroo?
I've slept since then.
Yeah. Well, this is what, 15 years of the Bonnaroo? Something like that?
I think it is, yeah.
I think it's 15 years of the Bonnaroo.
And who was the first singer that sang it before I did?
Who was the first to sing your song or to sing the Bonnaroo?
The Bonnaroo.
That I do not know.
Uh-huh.
Good trivia question. Who sang it?
Well, maybe next time we're together, I'll play it for you, and you tell me who sang it.
All right, we'll do that. We can do that. So, Brian, when you get a chance, get back on the line, and we'll see if we can't play Brian's song, and then we'll go into.
Brian's got a song?
Yeah, Brian's got a ton of songs.
Oh, really?
Well, his are usually
he lives
mashups.
right across the street from me. He ain't never asked me to write.
Yeah. Yeah, you two are right across the street. You could hit each other with a rock.
I know I mow his yard every now and then.
All right. All right. Do we have another caller? Hello. How are you doing
You
tonight?
do.
And who do we have on the line?
Good. This is April
April?
Gaston,
Oh, where are you from, April?
Manchester.
Oh, right here in Manchester.
Oh, wow.
Our own home.
That's right.
Oh, is this April from the nursing home that I know?
That's right.
How you
That's
doing,
right.
April? How are you doing?
Good. I just saw your show, so I wanted to participate.
Well, we appreciate it. Now, are you still at the Manchester nursing home? I know you're doing a lot of stuff with your classes and your medical license.
I'm not. I'm just in school.
In school now full time.
That's right.
Okay. Well, a lot of people are losing out because when my dad was in the nursing home for rehab, he just fell in love with April. She did a fantastic job. So I know wherever you go, you're going to be fantastic at it. So thank you so much for treating my dad like one of your own. And that's the way she did out there. She was very, very good. So a great asset to the medical world. So what's going on with you, April? What's the next for you? What are you trying to do?
Just get through school right now.
Well, I wish I could help you in that way, but I was terrible at school. So I wish you the best of luck. What's going to happen, we're going to transfer you back to Brian, and he's going to get your information from you. And if you win, we want to see you out at the Bonnaroo so we get to interview you again. I just want to see you anyways. I haven't seen you now in several months. So
You can count me in.
I guess Saturday we're making Velvet Presley is going to make you a cake. Is this for birthday?
She is.
Is this for birthday or what is this?
Just for personal use.
Oh, okay. Personal use. I like that. So
that kid likes cake.
Rebecca makes some incredible cakes, and she's making cakes for people, and she's making cupcakes, and she's making cupcakes for non-charitable events. So if you're interested, charitable, not charitable and not charitable, nonprofit groups.
Well, I like cakes,
Yeah, I like cakes. I
It's
like
the
cupcakes.
best cake I've ever had.
Well, we get that a lot.
You get that? I like cakes, you know.
She made my son's wedding cake, and they just, killed for that. So we appreciate it. So if you're interested in cupcakes or cakes, you want me to give out your Facebook? Your Facebook? Yeah, under Rebecca Lopez. You can look up her Facebook page. You can go on my page, which is Mark Irish, like the nationality. You can look up Rebecca Lopez, who's a friend of mine on there, and you can contact her if you want a cake. So, April, I wish you the best of luck with the cake and your medical, exams and stuff that you're taking. And let's switch you over to Brian and see if we can't get you qualified to win.
All right, awesome.
Thanks, April. You take care.
See ya.
I can't say enough about that young lady. If I would get to my dad 10 minutes or 15 minutes late for breakfast, she would already had his breakfast help laid out for him. She made sure he had hot coffee, extra butters, extra gravy. She would sit with him and while he would eat, while I can get there.
Angel. That's what you call an angel.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, she was absolutely wonderful. I just wanted to build a wing onto my house and bring her there, and it's just her work full time. We couldn't get that to happen, so we got Velvet Presley instead. So she's been an absolute blessing. So between April and Rebecca, thank you two so much for what you've done to my dad. He left this world much happier than he's been in a long time. So April is called in. So Brian, when you get a chance, hop back on the line. We're going to try to finish the show with Charlie's Bonnaroo song if we can. So. But again, if there's anyone out there listening, you still want to try a chance to win.
Hey,
tickets?
I'm still waiting on tickets, man.
Yeah. So you could call us tonight, and it's 931-954-2002. Call in to win a chance to win the Bonnaroo tickets, 2 free wristbands, and a parking pass. We're going to do this for just another moment or two. But then you can call in each and every night. And we'll announce it. But each and every night you can call in. This goes on for, I believe, 2 weeks now. And we draw on the vinyl show, which is the Saturday or Sunday?
It's a Sunday.
It's a Sunday, the 27th. And we'll do a Facebook Live show when we do the drawing. So you got time. Get your name in there and get going. So, Brian, are you back on the line yet? Must not be. Must be getting April's information. So, did you get contacted from the Bonnaroo since you were local? Was it because of your songwriting experience? How did you get the Bonnaroo theme song? How'd that work out?
Well, it's a long story.
in 20 words or less.
I had spoke with a few people about Bonnaroo, about the event when I first moved here. Mm-hmm. And so we just kind of got together in Nashville and started working it, and we kind of went in 10 different directions. And I'm saying, wait a minute, let's reel them back in, you know.
I think we got a caller.
Excuse me, Charlie. Do we have a caller on the line?
We do.
We do. And who are we talking to?
This is Larry York.
Larry York.
Hi, Larry.
Hi, Larry.
we love your brother Darren. Was that Dick?
Yeah, they're not here with me right now.
So how are you doing, Larry?
I'm doing awesome. How about y'all?
Oh, we're doing great. We're doing great. Calling in to get a chance to win some Bonnaroo passes?
Yeah, I've never been before and would love to.
Excellent. Well, there's a great lineup out there. What kind of music are you into, Larry? Other than Jason's?
Well, I like a little bit of everything. Country, pop rock.
Okay. Well, you're going to have a lot of that out there, a little of both. So what we're going to do, hey, and Brian.
Yes, sir.
Are we going to have them call after 8 o'clock at night, Nashville time, the rest of this week? Is that what we want them to do?
Well, we're basically, you're listening, you've got to be listening in to find out. Yeah, we'll be letting people know when and how to qualify.
So you have to listen to the station to know when to call.
Yeah, so they got to listen to the
Yeah.
Yeah, so make sure the rest of this week you're listening to WFMCJams.com, the website. Again, WFMCJams.com. And then you'll you'll have a queue on there when to call, and you'll call this number, 931-954-2002. And we'll Facebook announce it when we're getting close to it. You'll have an idea, and make sure you listen to the station for your chance to win. And just call in, and Brian will get you hooked up, get your information, and then we're going to draw the winner Sunday the 27th during our vinyl show. And you'll want to check out the vinyl show anyways. It's covers of covers of covers. It's great stuff that's been the original and then probably the hit. So it's not always was the original the hit. And then you're going to find maybe the original was a hit and the cover was terrible, and we're going to play some unique covers. So check that out.
Like Pat Boone covering Metallica.
Like Pat Boone's covering Metallica. Honest to God, folks, it really happened. There's an album out there. He covered all heavy metal, Ronnie James Dio, Metallica, and we're going to play a couple of those. So we're not going to do.
I wonder
all
who thought that was a good idea.
We're not going to do all of that, but we're going to do some of that. But so Larry, we wish you the best of luck. If you win, make sure you email us, and we'll meet you out there and say hey to you live on the grounds, and probably interview you on the spot.
Hey, Mark, appreciate it. Appreciate you, Jason, and Rebecca. Love the show.
No problem, Larry. Well, you take it easy, and Brian's gonna take you in the back room and mess you up a little bit, get your information.
Uh-oh.
Hey, now. Get me in trouble.
All right, Larry, you have a good night, buddy. Thank you.
You too. Thank you, buddy.
Larry was calling from McMinnville, Tennessee, up the road about a half hour. So we're glad Larry called in. So, all right. We keep trying to close the show, but we keep getting calls, so I hate to do that. So Charlie, what's the next big show for you? You said you got Florida, you got New York, anything in between that people need to come out? What's your website? Tell people your website.
Charlie Allen Facebook.
Charlie Allen. Now, spell your last name so we get the right Allen.
Allen.
E-N. So, A-L-L-E-N. Beer run.
And you're really good, man.
So, yeah. So,
yeah, that guy rocks.
So, check out Charlie Allen.
Now, get on the right Facebook, though. There's a lot of...
is that the Charlie Allen music? Or, well, it depends on which Facebook.
Let me take a look,
I believe it's Charlie Allen.
It might be.
You've had a couple since I've known you.
Now, look, there ain't no Birdbath around here.
No, okay. And to be honest, I don't even look at I just see it's Charlie Allen, and he posts, and I post back and stuff. So I don't really look at what website you're calling or Facebook you're calling from. And I don't check out your website anymore because I just talk to you. So
Thanks a lot, man.
What's going on, Charlie?
I like that.
I don't need to. It's like, so.
Hey, you know what? Diane, we're doing a big thing at CRS together.
Okay.
And River Run Records is releasing a new record.
A new record, okay.
We have a new video going to be shot, and I'd like to invite you guys to come to the video shoot if you would like to.
Sure.
I mean, would you like to go? Oh, yes. Jay,
do we have to wear big overalls?
I figured you would. Yeah.
We can be extras.
We've got Oh, Lord.
Always an opportunist.
You remember last time Diane was in the video with me, and I'll never forget. She said, Charlie, the show's getting ready to start. And that was her big scene right there,
Okay.
And
oh, yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, I was doing a thing on, I can't remember, CMT or something, and I got to laughing so hard, and they kept it on there, and you can look at it on Facebook. It was hilarious. And but I'm so excited, I mean, to have all these songs this year and have a new release and a new video, and I've got a couple of new movies I'm going to be in. That's different,
Yeah. A couple more and I'm in this year.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not in any movies.
Oh, I thought you was, really.
Yeah. They're the phone's nonstop. Yeah, hey, we want you in a movie. We need a homeless fat guy.
You would work well for homeless.
How ironic,
a lot of times you just never know.
You never know.
Older man lingering around music festivals.
Yeah, we need a stalker-looking kind of guy. After Olivia Newton-John type guy. So, But, yeah, no, we'd love to come out to the video shoot. Just keep us posted when it
I
ends.
sure will. I'm trying to think of where I put you, but we'll definitely put you somewhere.
I don't care if I'm just on the outside looking in, Charlie. That's just me. Just be there.
Hey, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Ain't he so
Don't remember,
nice?
I'll call Seagal if this don't
I'm
go
telling
right.
you. He'll probably be right in front of me. Here I am!
Yeah, I got a little snare drum around my waist, you know.
Jason! No, you need to go over there. Yeah. All right. Well, where's Charlie? Oh, well, we don't need Charlie right now. We got y'all.
I'll be photobombing behind Charlie. Wherever Charlie's at on video, I'll be back there going.
Oh, Lord.
Whatever
no, I'll
it
start
takes.
slinging the mic around, hit you in the head like I did last time.
Yeah, I hear you. Oh, Lord.
We're having too much fun here. I've enjoyed this night.
Well, it's what I love about this show. It's not scripted, obviously, with all of its bloopers. But, you just never know the direction the show's going to go.
You lied. Earlier you said this whole thing was scripted.
Well,
you just read
when
it
I
wrong.
mess up, I blame it on the script writers, which we don't have any. But we got great photo stuff. So, Brian, do we have any more people calling in? Are we pretty much done with that tonight?
I think that's
that's
it. And like I said, if people don't get a chance to qualify on rail, I know this Sunday we'll be at the Commodore Grill.
Right.
I hope the weather holds up. Seems like every year the weather goes bad, but Miss Debbie Champion, she's going to be doing an anniversary out there this Sunday.
Yes.
It's going to be an absolutely awesome lineup. We're going to be there, and we'll be taking more qualifiers for the Bonnaroo Music and Arts Festival while we're there. I'm not sure if, like some of the other venues, if you've talked to them, what are we doing? Anything with those?
Yeah, I got to talk to both Russ. So, Russ, if you're listening still, I need to talk to you about what we do at Belcourt Taps. Again, another fine establishment that does a lot of great stuff with music. And then I got to get a hold of Asa at the Grinder House so we can do something on location at both of those spots, as well as where Brian will be at and us too. Sunday. Now, is this Debbie's 26th anniversary?
I don't.
15 or 16, I think, at the Commodore. 11 from a previous venue. So she's been doing it like 25, 26 years, promoting artists. So this will be the one where a lot of big names will be there. Jerry Foster will be there. Tommy Barnes will be there. Gerald Smith will be there. They all show up to the and then there's songwriters that's written songs for George and George Jones, George Strait, Clint Black. All those guys will be there. People that come out like once or twice a year will be there. It'll be a great venue. The first one I went to, I didn't know. Again, I'm not country like you guys are here or country. So when I was there, Ray Sisk is going to be there. We know Ray. Johnny B. Wow, Johnny B is going to be there. That's cool. Kerry J. Phillips, Tommy Barnes. So there's a lot of big names going on there. But make sure Dallas Remington's going to be there. So check it all out. Ricky Randolph. Also, there's a lot of names. Gary Kavanaugh. A lot of names I do know. But when I first went down there, I knew none of them. So these people would sing, and the whole room would be singing songs. Oh, here's a song that I wrote that was on George Strait's fifth album. And, of course, I wouldn't know that. And the whole room, other than me and I think other than Brian, was singing the songs. Like, hey. Only time I think they've ever announced a song that I knew was Jimmy Payne did Woman, Woman from Gary Puckett and the Union Gap Band. When he was doing Woman, Woman, I'm like, hey, I know one. I got one.
Yeah, that was me. I was like, oh, my gosh, that's amazing.
Oh, and what a nice guy. But those are the kind of people that you're going to meet down there for that. So make sure you check it out. What time is it? Is it going to be 6:30?
Yeah, 6:30, and it is her 15th anniversary.
15th, all right. So I believe she was with 11 with a previous venue. So 26 years of her doing the songwriter stuff is amazing.
That
so
sure is.
check her out. She's been a blessing. A lot of names have been launched from her neck of the woods, from her doing what she's doing. And and I kid that we're following her footsteps. We're just a small stream in the big river of Debbie. So we just thank her for allowing us to be at her show about 6.5 years, Brian. Haven't we been at the Debbie Champion Songwriter Night about 6.5 years?
Yeah.
It's the second longest show
Six
we've
and a
been
half.
doing. This is the longest show. This is the first show we've ever started. And then Debbie's was the second one. And so we've had the pleasure of being with Debbie for almost 6.5 years, pretty close. We'll be in business for
Maybe
7.
7.
Well, we'll be 7 in June, right? We'll be 7 years old in June.
Yeah, the station will be, but like I think we started in 2012 of February or January.
Okay.
At the Commodore.
Yeah. So
Now I have to say, I'm very proud of our radio station and what we've done here in this show. And I've only been fired once.
But it was a great fire, too. It was a great fire.
Speaking of a fire, I'd like to have a fire.
Yeah, I hear you. Brian, can you find Charlie Allen's
can you do anything
theme song?
about that? Like rub sticks together.
Yeah, I know. Like, yeah, friction creates heat, right? If you can find Charlie Allen's Bonnaroo theme song, Betty White and Charlie Allen.
Oh no! Right, he's going to do it again.
Oh, he's going to do something. He's going to find one. Betty White and Charlie Allen. It's not the same Charlie Allen, though. But if you can find the Bonnaroo theme song, we'll end that with the show tonight. It's probably on YouTube.
Well, I can do that on the radio, just not on the stream.
Not on the screen, but that's okay. We can end the stream, and then they can go over and listen to it on the radio. So,
Are we talking about the Bonnaroo song?
yeah, the Bonnaroo theme song.
All right.
And Brian's going to pull up and see if he can't find it.
Brian used to come over and listen to us practice it. Remember that, Brian?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Brian go, God, it's so loud in here, man.
Brian has
It was. It was like, oh, my gosh, these musicians are deaf in here.
And we all went, what?
And I'd go, hey, can I borrow a mic cord? Somebody, the kids would always have people over, and they'd borrow this and borrow that. And I'd go over to Brian. I said, Brian, you got a mic cord so I can practice tonight? He'd go, yeah. I got one.
Well, Brian, did you find it?
Yep.
Did you find it?
No, do you see how slow the computer's working?
Oh, yeah, it is really running slow tonight.
Where's Brian?
I have the television behind you.
I got to watch the show just to see what's going on behind us. Hey, you get Kermit the Frog probably up there, the Swedish Chef. Used to be the hurdy.
Derby, derby, derby.
Derby, derby, derby. As we're busting into our voices.
Well, we just lost all the listeners.
Well, it looks like he found the Bonnaroo theme song.
Hey, yes!
We got Charlie Allen's Bonnaroo theme song. And we can't, because of licenses, we can't do it on our Facebook Live, so we're going to say good night to you all on Facebook Live. Make sure you check out a chance to win Bonnaroo wristbands and Bonnaroo free parking pass. We'll announce that. You get a chance to win each and every night. You get a chance to win a chance, I should say. Make sure you check out the shows that our live venues are putting out there for you. Aces at the Grinder House and Russ Lacoste at Belcourt Taps. They're on our schedule, so check those out. Find out where Charlie Allen is playing at. And, Charlie, we want to thank you for popping in and hanging with us.
Oh, thank you all. And good to hear you, Brian, too. And like I said, I think this is a great radio station. And
thank you.
Jan Woods, thank you for...
Jan, thank you very much for calling in. Thank you. And hopefully we'll get to see her again soon. But we can't, because of the license, play this on the air because of the streaming license, but we're going to go ahead and play it on our website. So if you want to hear Charlie Allen's theme to the Bonnaroo, make sure you go to WFMCJams.com, our website, and give it about 10 seconds, and we're going to be playing it over there. So for Velvet Presley, who's over here posting us with all the cool stuff Brian's doing online, we got the Hillbilly Heartthrob, we got Awesome Andy Storm, we got the one and only Charlie Allen. I am Mark the DJ Doctor. For everybody and for Chris at HeatFMRadio.com, we want to thank you. Until the next Midnight Madness show, you take care.